Okay, good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I am here for our marketing mastery with my social media strategist, Kim Vanderpool. How are you, Kim?
Good. Good morning.
I noticed you're wearing glasses today. You want to tell everyone what's going on?
Oh, this is one of those days where I have to practice what I preach and sometimes show up when you're less than yourself. I was putting in my contacts and I accidentally used the wrong solution. I used the solution that we use to clean our contacts in that's got peroxide. It's like a peroxide base.
Oh,
And I
no.
accidentally dumped it in my eye this morning. So no contacts. And I have a call into the eye doctor to see if I need to make an unexpected visit to her today. So
Well,
it's one of those things when you look at it, you're like, how can I be so stupid? And my husband said, I called him, I said, you might have to come home, watch the kids today. And he goes, you are rushing, you're too busy, slow down. And I was like, oh, yep.
yep,
So,
that's what my boyfriend tells me on a regular basis, and he's right. So, right,
yes.
we're
So,
all too busy and we need to slow down.
yes. So the marketing message is that I don't typically ever let people see me in my glasses, but I'm being authentic and real and showing up today with a swollen eye just to be present, and
Consistent.
so I can help share some knowledge on all these updates and Facebook, and to
Yes.
banish some of the false things that are going out and share with them the truths.
Okay, so let's get to it because we have my Facebook personal profile up on the screen. So you're going to walk us through some of the changes that Facebook has been making. And I know I've been noticing some days I go in and things I normally click, I can't click on, and then they click on it, it looks different. And I pretty much ignore it until it goes away or I can figure it out. Excuse me. Tell us what's going on.
Okay, well, you're right, there's a lot of changes. So as everyone knows, there's TikTok, there's other social platforms that are big competitors for Facebook. So Facebook is trying to do what they can do, like we all do with business, is we're pivoting and changing. And with some of these changes come growing pains. And I think one of the biggest questions I always get asked is Facebook worth it? Is it still relevant? And is it going to stick around? I think it's still going to stick around. It's what people know. Is it worth it? If you use it correctly, it's very much worth it. It's still very relevant. If you don't even want to like use it to market your business, having a Facebook page is still incredibly important, because we think about the old yellow pages, how people find us, how they know if we're in business still. So you need to keep an active page up and going. What happens, especially with COVID, with the recession, quote, quote, with all the things that are going on, is that if you are a interior designer, a local business owner that has products you're selling, or even if you're a cafe or restaurant, and you don't have an updated Facebook page, people don't know if you're doing in business.
Okay, so let me clarify. What I have up on the screen right now is my personal
Correct.
profile.
Yep.
When you say page, you're talking about their business page, which I can switch to by going to the top right corner. So those of you who have a profile and a business page,
Right.
this is
Yep.
just
So we're talking about
the
having
same.
a business page. So what we need to know, we'll come back and circle around with how important a personal profile is and how you can use that to market your business. The biggest thing with business pages is we used to have an old look, and now they're changing everybody to the new experience. So for a lot of people, when you go log into your business page now, you'll get a pop-up and it will say review changes to your page. We've unlocked new ways to use your page, and they want you to get started. They're changing you over to that new experience page. And so that looks a lot different than what we used to have. One real quick example of how the difference is when you look at your business page,
which I'm on. Okay.
Yeah, I need to get to that real quickly so I can see.
Oh, these things are new. Promote website, promote.
Yes. And now the average person can't see that. You're only going to see that because you're on they're seeing the back end of your business page.
Okay, you're all seeing the back end of my business page. So, you know.
Right. Right. So they're not going to see that if they go to their page, but when they open up their own page, they will see that. So instead, we used to have an about section where you could write keywords and character stuff about you. But now it says the intro, and I had to change yours the other day. into I'm a business coach, it cut off it took the about section and it cuts
we made it just much
very
fewer,
short. Yes.
fewer characters. Okay.
Right. And so I've been doing a lot of audits lately, and that's where people need to, like, if you do anything in the next week, go in and update your intro, because it will cut off your sentences right where they're at. So it kind of looks sloppy.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the intro is new. We had to edit the bio. So I had to go back in and if you go, let's see, is it your about? I had to go in and re-add your links to your other social platforms.
Oh, my link. It's not
your LinkedIn and your Pinterest and your Facebook group. I added the member vault, your membership site. All of those got lost in the transformation over, or the switch over to the new experience.
Okay, so everybody has to check their business.
Yes.
Facebook.
Yep. So everyone should spend about 15 minutes going in and clicking through all the tabs. So your posts, you can click on the edit the bio, and then that will be where you can change that intro. It looks for you, we could add 35 more characters. So there's not a lot. So one way you could do consistency is if you wanted to bring over if you have a really strong Instagram bio, you could carry that over and use that as the same thing.
Okay.
And then if you go to the about tab, then I want people to go in and just follow the buttons. So if you have a physical business location and you share your address, update your service area, add your phone number, make sure that every dot is I's dotted and T's crossed in here. And the reason we want to do that is that gives Facebook more information. So if somebody's searching for an interior designer in New York, then you'll pop up more because everything is complete. It just, when we optimize, it just makes so much sense because your keywords are in there. Other information that you can add if it's appropriate to your business is you can add your services, you can add your hours, you can add your political views if you wanted.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay. But interesting. I just wanted to see, because I'm global, but I wanted to see if I just put in United States, it's down to the state level.
Okay. Yep.
So,
right.
I was just curious. For local businesses, it says they could choose up to 10 areas, which is pretty cool.
And for designers, that's really important, because I just audited another designer the other day, and I went to their website and they said they were a local based designer, but I couldn't find that information anywhere on the designer's page. Where is it? Facebook can your platform to be enough one. So design in Ohio, and you only do, let's say, Cincinnati, Ohio area, you're not offering virtual. Make it easy for people to know they can work with you, and then make it easy for the search engines to find you when they look for an interior designer in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay. So yes, it's worth having a business Facebook page because of the changes they're making. I have seen posts that previously would have gotten 0 or 2 likes, me and you, now are being shown to people, and I'm getting comments and I'm getting likes. So it was almost like it went from being not as valuable to me, in my opinion, over the last 2 years, which I think is what made a lot of people move away from having a Facebook business page. Why bother if it's not going to show your posts to people? But we still told people to have one, like you said, as like a yellow pages, but now they're actually starting to show the posts to people.
Right. And so now is a great time to take advantage of it, because anytime these social platforms make big updates like this, they tend to reward the people that are using the updates. Now, could it change in the future? Of course, everything changes. But now is the time for everybody to just hop on, update everything, make sure everything is good and all your information is changed and correct, and people can work with you easily. And then just follow all the about. You can go all the way down the details. Now, when you add, I haven't explored a lot with adding family members to my business page because I'm not for sure how relevant that is. But the more details that you do put in here, the more authentic you are, one, And two, if you have a really niche specific audience that you work with, say that you're an interior designer and you only want to work with dog lovers. If you put dogs on there that is then that's who you're going to attract. And so you have the potential to really niche down a lot more with the way the new things are updated and stuff.
It's very cool. And I noticed for a while, there was two personal pages and two personal profiles and 2 business pages. For a while, it was just so many. And I'm like, Facebook must be having some glitches with the rollout. Is that
Correct.
what you found?
Yes. And I'm finding glitches even with the new experience. I'll have some clients that have these buttons. Other clients won't have those buttons yet. They'll just have this button. And so it can be really confusing. My advice is wait a week and see if it changes. And then if you still have challenges, you can reach out to them. The nice thing is that when you're on your, when I'm on the phone, and I really haven't tried the feed through the page as much, but when I'm on the phone and I switch over to like your business page, I get to follow and I can interact with other businesses as a business. And that is key, especially if you have a smaller geographical area that you're working in. So say that I'm a designer in Sioux Falls where we live. I could log on my business page, and in my feed, I could follow the Sioux Falls Chamber. I could follow the bigger contractors that I want to work with. And then they're going to see my name. So that brand recognition really comes up. And I know there's a way that we can do this on the business page on the
Well, I did. I just went to home because we always had this ability, but a lot of people don't use it.
Yes.
Including me. I did use it in the beginning when I was first growing this business. If you go to your home and this is your, wait, let me see if I'm doing it right. I got to let other things. Okay. So like 2 Navy Lane Interiors comes up on my feed because I must follow them. And if I want to like them, I'm liking them as.
Yes.
Right. So actually.
Yep. So if you like, I just liked them for you. So if you click on it, you can see your name.
Right. But it says Nancy Ganzelkofer business coach, not Nancy Sylvester Ganzelkofer. So yes, right. I'm liking them as my business page, and then I can comment. So if they can do that on other business pages and create collaborations and relationships.
Correct. And brand recognition. So this is really important. So say that there is a contractor with construction that you want to start working with them. You want to be their designer. So follow them on Facebook and start commenting and start building that relationship.
Follow them as your business page.
As your business page.
You can also follow them as your personal profile also, which would bring you to their attention, and then give value, make comments on their page, and then possibly send them a message to.
Right. Or if it's a small enough community, like for us, if I were doing that with a local contractor that I wanted to work with, and then I seen them at a housing event that we had locally, a workshop or a chamber event or something, I could go in and introduce myself. And then they're like, oh, I remember, I saw her name someplace. Where was that? And you build that connection. And that's where you build that know, like, and trust factor. And that's key. And doing this, if you spent even 5 minutes following along with your local events, especially if you're a local based business, that really, so for like you coach a lot of designers. So interacting and following a lot of different interior designers that you would think like, oh, they would maybe be a good, I can help them, they can help me, whatever, following them and commenting on that way. But you always want to make sure it's authentic and don't sell.
No selling. Everybody, please stop selling via messenger, via comments. Like, I can't believe how many people are trying to sell via comments and messages, and just like a direct sell. To me, I don't know how many a day.
Right.
Just delete them and block them. Because that's not the way you build a relationship, by just trying to sell to somebody. So if you're trying to build relationships with contractors or industry partners and you're an interior designer, like and comment on their posts, create a relationship, be genuine. And over time, they'll answer you back probably, or notice you, which is what you want.
Correct. Correct. And so the business page is still important. So let's show them how we can flip really easy over to your personal page. So if you just go up to the upper right corner, that little circle of you, click on
my
that.
circle with me and Millie. I
Yep.
see all profiles, and I
And
switch
then
to my personal.
correct. This is one of the biggest questions I get is people will get someplace and they go, how do I get back to my personal page?
There you
And
go.
so it seems elementary, but if you click those circles, it's pretty darn easy that way. So
And it popped up. You are now acting as Nancy Sylvester Ganscoffer, which is my personal page.
Correct.
So,
correct.
it's telling me where I am. And let me just see. I have two different pictures. So I know this picture is my personal page. It's so tiny. Hold on. This picture is my personal, and I use the other picture as my business. So I can always tell who I'm commenting as, my business page or my personal profile. But some people do have problems with that as well because they never know who they're commenting as.
Right. And I'm just trying to pull up my personal to show. There was a way that we could easily switch, but I
They
think
used to be there. I just looked for it. It used to
Yep.
be when you're commenting, there was a little arrow. So like right now, if I try to comment on Gina's, as it's her personal, it used to be a little arrow drop down that I could change who I was commenting as, but I see they took that away.
right. And they may put it back. You never know.
And you know what? It might have been even on the business page that was an option. Right. So they are changing things. They
They are changing. And desktop versus mobile is a lot different. So a lot of times, don't let yourself get frustrated. I know the changes, it's hard, but just say, okay, how's Facebook going to help me help my business? And use an attitude toward like that, and then get in and just practice and explore and see what works best. Now, I think we both understand the importance of having a personal page and using that to market your business in a way that is authentic and not sleazy or salesy.
Yes.
I especially like lately the designers that I have been auditing, they don't even showcase their projects that they're doing. There's no link that says on their personal page to their business page. There's hardly anything about them being a designer.
Okay, so I will tell everyone who's watching what I tell people on my one-on-one and my group clients. Go to your personal profile, fill in everything that you can, your schools, your locations, your past jobs, everything they ask for, barring anything you're extremely private about, like maybe your birthday or something, or your address or your relationship status, whatever your thing is that you don't want anyone to see. Keep that private, make everything else public, and allow people to see a little bit behind the scenes of your life. Like you're saying, you're not selling on your profile. You're just giving a little behind the scenes on what you do daily. And that reminds people what you do for a living. And then making sure you have this nickname filled out. Mine says business coach. All my clients, it says interior designer because I make them do that as one of the first steps. It's an extremely powerful way to get the net of your marketing out to more people.
Right.
I don't understand why people wouldn't use it.
Because we do business with people that we know, like, and trust. And if I am friends with you on Facebook and I see a post by Teresa from that shows up because I'm friends with you on Facebook, and I know that you have trusted Teresa with your website, automatically my trust level increases.
So if they trust me and I trust someone else, that might make them feel right. So then they go and check out your personal profile or Teresa's personal profile. And that's how people hire you.
Correct. And a good rule of thumb to think when you're posting on your personal page is you could do one business related post, call to act, something business related, to like 3 to 4 personal pages or personal posts.
Okay. So, but you can't sell directly. It's against Facebook rules.
Yes.
To sell directly from your profile.
Correct. And you can't have a personal profile all about your business. You need to share some stuff about your even if you go for a walk or you're reading a book or
Right. Well, like me, like I used to have a ton of business posts. Now I don't use my personal profile as much for business. But yeah, I posted I was on vacation, and I try to post other things. And then every once in a while, I'll post something about a behind the scenes of my business. I'm not selling from it. If I'm selling, I do that on my business Facebook page.
Correct. So Facebook is really working hard to make it easier for businesses to use their platform because they are aware that it's very frustrating for businesses to use their platform
because it's expensive. If you want to advertise.
Correct.
Is it worth it?
And that's another key too, is that I get a lot of people saying, I know I need to do Facebook ads. And I ask them why. What is your goal and what is your purpose? We can have 20,000 followers, but if those people aren't going to do business with me, it's 20,000 followers. I would rather have 10 organic followers than 20,000 that I paid for. Yes. So that is a myth. The second thing is have a goal. Like for you, if we were trying to offer some of your business with words, offering that as a free service, just so people can be aware about it, know about it, maybe come into your group, then we have a goal and we need to know what you're willing to pay for that. Like how much work for you have people join your email list, or that cost of acquisition. Many people are like, well, I don't know what's it supposed to cost me. I don't know what your business is. So some people can afford a $10 per cost of acquisition, and others want it to be 50 cents. Well, when you start doing ads, you need to know that. And then the next thing is, I ran into a situation a couple weeks back, is make sure that whoever is assisting you with ads, if you don't know the ads, check out what their qualifications are, that they've actually had advanced training and they know what they're doing with ads, because you can spend, I came across an account, they spent thousands and thousands of dollars on ads, and the target market made no sense. There was just a lot of things that weren't quite aligned with the way they potentially could be. So make sure that if you're doing ads, you have a goal. What do you want to accomplish from it? You don't need to do ads just because everybody says you need to do ads. Have a reason for it. Right. If you're having an open house event and you want to throw $50 or $100 to that event to get it open more to the, in your local area, so people know that you want them to come to that, that's different. That's a different type of ad. But yeah, so make sure you know why you want to do ads.
Yeah. And if we look at my business page, if I go back to that, and it's now giving you the ability to kind of do it quicker, I guess, because it's saying you can promote, right? If I scroll down,
yes,
it says, where did it go? Promote my website, this is my membership site for my paid membership site people.
Yep.
And this is my website. So this is the Interior Design Business Forum. So if I said promote this, I'm looking to drive people into my private closed Facebook group, the Interior Design Business Forum, which we're streaming into live now. I have to decide how much I'm willing to pay, who my target market is, and then what amount do I end up wanting as a conversion? Like, am I paying $2 per new person that comes into my group? Is that worth it for me? Right? Like that kind of analysis has to be done. You don't just throw money at Facebook and say, get me out there. You have to
have a reason. And sometimes, even if like Facebook is making ads easy enough for the average person to go ahead and do the ads, but maybe it would be worth for you to consult with somebody to just make sure that your targeting is appropriate. So like Facebook ads are meant to be in the millions. Like that's how their algorithm works. Our local area is just 200,000 people. Our whole state, I think, is like 500,000 or 600,000. So when I do a local ad, I'm not going to target somebody that likes Home Depot, Menards, Lowe's, and all that stuff. I'm just going to target Sioux Falls, because if I target too narrow for this specific area, nobody's going to see those ads. They're not going to do really well. And so
those are the things that someone who knows what they're doing has to be able to think through with you before you just go and do it.
And so a lot of times you can do the ads yourself, but just hire some. It's worth it to pay for a small amount for consulting so someone can review that with you and then let you manage and what you need to look for. Or if you're doing more advanced ads, then hire someone to do it, because Facebook loves money. All businesses love money. That's, they have a great platform for organic and social. Like, they have a great platform for us to use as business owners. But when you start getting into that paid, it is a business, and that's what they're out for. And not that they would intentionally not do the ads well, but you need to know what you're doing in order to spend that much money.
Okay. And I have wasted money on Facebook ads with agencies, not with you, but with agencies that really supposedly knew what they were doing. And still we funneled a lot of money and didn't have success. So we all make mistakes, and that's what we use to learn what to do the next time. So it really has to be analyzed very well. And I like when we started doing them with you, you're like, you know what, don't put any more money towards this until we give it 3 days and let Facebook do its thing. Like, about this stuff. So I was like, okay. Right.
Well, and then the average, your audience aren't interior designers. Doesn't make sense. Why would you want to do it? If you are doing you're new into business, you just want people to come to your website, that would be one thing. But what is your end game for it?
What is your end game? Right.
Yep. And I know even right now, I listened to a podcast that was for designers the other day, and they said, oh, don't even waste your time posting to Facebook. I disagree. I
didn't hear that one, but we'll talk about that offline. But
I disagree, for the reason is that people are still checking you out. You may not get a lead from if you post once a week. Right. But people are still checking out. They're still seeing your work. You still need to be viable. Like, you still need to have a presence.
Listen, I totally get if the people who hate Facebook, it's only for my close personal family and friends. I'm not going to use it for business. I don't cross my business and my personal. I've heard it all. And you're missing out on a great opportunity to throw your marketing net and the knowledge of what you do for a living out to a wider audience. So you're basically being spiteful, and it's not going to, you're not using something that's free for you to grow.
And especially because I think 85% of people check Facebook daily. Like, it's a high amount, and people are checking Facebook like 6 to 8 times a day. And they may say, oh, I'm never on Facebook. Maybe they're never posting to Facebook.
Right. But they're on Facebook.
Right. And if you're there, then they have a chance of seeing you.
Correct.
And especially with the economy and everything else, Facebook, the social platforms are still a great way to get your name out there, especially if you have the time to do it without investing a lot, just some time. Or if
free marketing. You don't have to do an ad. This is free marketing. Use your personal profile, use your business, create a business page if you don't have one, post to them a couple of times a week. We're not saying you have to do it every day, but like 2-3 times a week to start out. Little behind the scenes on your personal profile with some personal stuff and funny stuff, or whatever you like to represent out there to the world, including your family stuff. And if you have young children, they can just change that from public to just family and close family and friends. So there's ways to.
And it's very easy to do that. And if you post something and nobody's responding on your personal page, check to see what your settings are. Because I posted something the other day and it's like, this is so cute. Everyone's going to respond. And then it's like, nobody did. And here I had it set for private. So only I could see it, which some people do for memories. And know that when you post something on your personal page, you are going to get more comments. You're going to get more reactions. You're going to get more reach. You're going to get everything, because it's social media. It's supposed to be social. Business page, sometimes it's okay to think of it more like a TV spot or a magazine spot or a newspaper spot. Like, we don't get interactions when we're posting ads in those other places. That it's great when people interact with our business page. It's a great opportunity for us to connect with our customer. But if they don't respond,
it's okay. Don't even go back and look until you're trying to look at your insights to see what's working and what's not. Like, don't stress over that. There's thousands of posts I've made on my business page that have gotten 0 interaction. And then all of a sudden one hits and it has interaction. It doesn't matter. It just recognize that seeing you consistently, seeing your name consistently, seeing what you do consistently makes you top of mind if they ever need you.
Correct.
Like, people on average follow me for 2 or 3 years sometimes before they hire me.
Right.
So that's the same for everyone. They have to see you somewhere between 8 and 16 times, I think it's up to,
Yep.
before they can think of you if they have a need.
And maybe they don't even need you, but they know somebody else that does. And so they're going to
Absolutely.
give your name. Like I have done that so many times, and I have bought things because I've saw something, or I've gone to a restaurant because a friend recommended them on Facebook or something.
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
yes,
All right. All right. Anything else, Kim? Did we cover? We covered a lot.
we did. It's all about Facebook.
It's all
Like,
about
yep,
Facebook. Last month was all about Instagram, right?
correct. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So for everyone who's watching on live or replay, all of these stay and live on my Facebook business page. They also live on YouTube. So if you don't follow me on YouTube, go over to YouTube. It's just my name, Nancy Ganzerkoffer. My maiden name is not on there. And all these videos stay there forever also. So you can always watch all my videos there. So Kim, tell everyone how to find you and what you can do for them.
FreshImpactLLC.com.
FreshImpactLLC.com, and tell them what you can do for them.
Well, we can either do all the services for you, like all your content management, or we launched our Get It Done Club, where we will meet with you weekly in a group and offer you accountability, coaching, training, teaching, hurrah, cheerleading, whatever you may need. We do that weekly for people that just need that extra little push or guidance, or like don't just want that little extra marketing support. So that's kind of been a good fit for a
So
lot.
while they're scheduling their posts on all the different platforms, you're on Zoom, they're cheering them on, answering questions, guiding them, and they have the others there for inspiration as well. Love it.
Yep.
Perfect. I love it. Okay. All right, everyone, go have a great Wednesday, and we will see you next month for Marketing Mastery, and I will see you tomorrow for Thursday Thoughts. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.